Hello everyone, it's Kathy with Kathy's Candle Creations. I'm just going to do a real quick video today. This is a checklist for if you are going to a craft event or a market or a pop-up. A lot of people have asked, what do I need to take? So this is just going to be a real quick video with a checklist of what you need to take and why, okay? Let me tell you right now, there's not much difference that you will need between going to a market, a craft event, or a pop-up, okay? So what do you need? The only thing different that you may need from a market to a craft event or a pop-up are tables. Because a lot of your markets will provide a table. Now, if you're at a market where you're not undercover and you have to be outside, you'll have to take your tables then, I'm probably pretty sure. So, checklist. First thing you need to make sure you have is your inventory, okay? Your candles, your wax melts, whatever it is that you're selling, okay? I sell body butters as well, so I take my body butters. I make some soaps, but it's not really high on my priority list. So my inventory, and make sure you take enough inventory. How do you know what enough is? For markets, it's a little different because each single market is going to be different from the next day, even if it's at the same marketplace, which I go to the same marketplace all the time. But your craft fairs, you may be able to contact whoever you had to pay for your craft fair or your pop-up and find out what kind of foot traffic is expected. And then bring your inventory based on that. Bring a little bit more than what you think you're going to need, because hopefully you'll sell out and you'll still have a little bit more inventory to take and put back on your tables. Okay, so your inventory, what you're going to sell is number one. The next one, and I'm not going to number these because I don't have them numbered, so, but that is your priority because that's what you're selling. So a tent, if you're not undercover or inside, because this is a candle station, you're selling candles, they will melt. I don't care if they're paraffin, they will still melt in the hot sun. So a tent for coverage. Tables, a table or tables, depending upon how big your space is. So if you have tables, you will want tablecloths, because you don't want to just bring a table and sit your stuff up on. It doesn't look professional, okay? You can if you want to. I'm just giving you advice. So tables and tablecloths for those tables. Shelves or something that will create different levels of height on your tables. It's more aesthetically pleasing. It also allows you to stack up inventory instead of having it all spread out on your table. So shelves or something that, I mean, you can take, if you've got books, you can take books and sit them, or little turn plastic baskets upside down, things like that. So shelves. Your signage, whether it is the sign or your banner for your business, or the signage for your prices. So your signage is the next thing you'll want to think about taking. A chair to sit in. But people don't sit down all the time. It is, in my opinion, you need to engage your customers. That's how I get all my sales. I talk to my people. I talk to people walking by. I wish them, I say, hope you're having a great day. How's your day going? Things like that. But I don't hardly sit when I'm at market or craft fairs. That's just a personal preference and a recommendation. So a cash box or something to hold your cash in. I use a cash box where I can lock. I've seen where it has been recommended where you take like an apron and you have the cash inside the apron. So if you have to walk away, you're taking your cash with you. What I have found is that the majority of craft fairs, I normally know someone there that will watch if I have to run to the restroom, because, you know, that's about the only time you leave your space. So a cash box or something to hold your cash in. Okay, a float or enough cash. At markets, it's a little different because most of the time you can go get change for big bills from whoever you're paying for your table. But at craft events, it's different. So you'll want to take more cash to a craft event to be able to break bills. And I'll tell you, a lot of people will pay with 20s, and you'll wind up with a lot of 20s quick and no 10s, 5s, and 1s. So make sure you take a lot of 10s, 5s, and 1s. I normally start out at market with a $50 cash box. But when I go to craft fairs, I normally start out with 100, not 20s, because I'm going to get plenty of 20s. It's all 10s, 5s, and 1s. So I can give change back easily. So you'll want enough cash. Credit card reader. I use Square. It's what I do recommend. It's so easy. They don't charge you an arm and a leg to use it. So, but I do recommend that some way you find yourself able to accept cards, because I will say that probably a good 30–40% of my sales are on card, and I would lose those sales if I didn't have the means to take credit cards. So a card reader. Next, especially in the warmer months, when you go to craft events, find out if there are outlets or if you need an extension cord for an outlet, because I highly recommend a fan. I take 2 fans to all mine. So an extension cord, and find out if you have an outlet, fans, something to cool you off, to keep your candles a little bit cooler, keep air circulating in the hotter months. A cooler, or something to keep drinks and snacks in, because when you're at a craft fair, like I said, really the only time you, if it's a good craft fair, the only time you get to get up and walk away is if you have to use the restrooms. So you will want drinks and you will want snacks, because I mean most craft events are 4 to 8 hours. So make sure you think about a cooler or something to hold drinks and snacks in. Your candle care information. At least I take this, because I give my candle care information to all my customers, so they'll know how to better utilize my candles and get the most out of them. Candle care information. Also, bags. Some sort of bags to put your merchandise in. The nicer the bag, the better, is at craft fairs and in events. I reuse bags for market. Okay, my Walmart bags, my Dollar General bags, I use those bags for market. It's not the same as a craft fair. At a craft fair, you want to come across more professional and for everything to look really nice. But so bags for merchandise. At craft fairs, if you want to place tissue paper in the bags, tissue paper, you need a trash bag for your own personal trash, because you don't want stuff laying here and there for customers to see. You want a clean kept space. Okay, so a trash bag for your own trash. Business cards. Some people think a business card is a waste of time. I will say they do help. I do get sales off my business cards later. I do. But on the bottom of my candle care information, I also have my website and Facebook page and how they can contact me. So a notepad. This is totally up to you. Personally, I write down all my inventory when I try to. You can't always, because you get busy and overwhelmed sometimes. But I try to write down my inventory so I'll know what sold best and what didn't really sell at all for my next event or my next market. So a clipboard at craft events. I don't do this at market, but a clipboard where you can do a sign-up sheet if you want to take emails, so you can add them to your email list and update your customers. That's totally up to you. ink pens. So to write with, Tylenol. Tylenol. People take Tylenol, BC something with you, because there could be some days where your head will kill you from so much. There's a lot, and it's really great to have something for a headache. So and heartburn. If you're at some of these craft events and you actually do get some of the food from the food vendors, you might wind up with a little heartburn. So these are just little things you might want to think about. So if your event runs long, like I said, some events run late, you will want some kind of light. That again is going to go back to your having an extension cord. So some kind of light. Most of them don't. But you have some 2-day events at I don't know, the Squealing on the Square or something that is a town festival that you might set up at, and it goes late. So you may want to think of some kind of lighting. If you have an event that runs more than 1 day, which I like these events. There's a couple a year that I will not miss if possible. If it's not too hot, with candle makers, a lot of times we just have to pack up our stuff and take it back with us, because it can't survive the heat overnight. But in the spring, in the late fall, and the winter, these events I go to, you can tarp over your table and everything you've got up. You can tarp it. So you would want to take tarps and clamps. These just the clamps that you squeeze and they open up, and then you can. So what it'll do is it'll hold your tarps in place if it gets breezy, or if it rains or anything like that. So and I only do covered. I really only like covered events. But your tarps, that's if you're able to leave your inventory. I personally only leave my inventory at places where there is security or where the building can be locked up overnight. So those are just things to think about. Now I wanted to throw in just a little bit of advice on top of the checklist. Okay. Don't stay on your phone, people. It's just rude, bottom line. And that is not just personal. That is as a customer and as a vendor. Stay off your phone. You use your phone for more like an emergency type thing, or you use it for, I use it for Square. So stay off your phone. That's rude. If you smoke, don't smoke around your candles. Don't. Walk away, okay? Don't. That's rude too. And I have nothing against smokers, okay? But if you're going to smoke, you need to be professional. This is your business and you represent your business. So I'm going to be honest with you and just say, don't smoke around your inventory. Don't smoke where the customers can see you, okay? Be professional in your language. Don't curse, whatever you want to call it. Don't. You want to represent your business. Be professional, okay? Even if somebody is cussing with you jokingly and you normally cuss, don't cuss. Seriously, somebody could hear that's walking by, and you're representing your business. So profanity, I would say watch it. I used to be a school teacher, so I could cuss in my brain, in my mind, all that I wanted to, but I could not around the children. So it's really easy for me to be around customers and watch my language. That's just common sense. Dress appropriately. Dress appropriately. Market's a little bit different. You can dress a little bit more casual at market, but when you go to craft events and pop-ups, look professional, look decent. Your hair, your clothes, look clean, smell clean. I'm not trying to be mean, but you are representing your business. Know your products, okay? Because people are going to ask you a lot of questions about your products from time to time. There could be some days that nobody asks you anything other than what's it made of. They don't even ask that sometimes. But know your products so you can answer questions quickly, and the customer can see that you know your product. make sure all of your products are labeled appropriately. I mean, that they have the what's supposed to be on them. My body butter has to have a different amount of labeling than my candles do. So make sure your materials are labeled correctly. There was one other thing. Y'all talk to the customers, even the ones that aren't your customer yet. When people walk by, say, good morning, how are you doing? Just speak to them. I'll ask them, do they want to smell a candle? So sniffs are free. So, but this is the checklist. I'll run through it real quick again. Your inventory, a tent if you need the tent, tablecloths, shelves, something for height, your signage, a chair to sit in occasionally, your cash box, enough cash to be able to give change, credit card reader, extension cord, in the warmer months a fan or two. You'll want a cooler for your drinks and snacks. Take drinks and snacks. Your candle care information, bags for merchandise, tissue paper if you want to put it in the bags, business cards, trash bags to hold your own trash, clipboard for a sign-up sheet, email sign-ups, notepad, ink pens, Tylenol or BC or something like that for headaches. If your event runs later into the evening, you may need lighting, and tarps if you're at like a 2 or 3 day event and you can leave your inventory and you uncover tarps and clamps. Okay, so don't stay on the phone, don't smoke around your customers, be professional, dress professional, greet passerbys with a hello and a smile, know your products, and make sure all of your products are labeled appropriately. So this is a quick short video. I really hope it helps, and if you have any questions, please feel free to message me. A lot of you do. You can find me at Simply Soy, my small soy group. And I hope this helps. Y'all have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.